Welcome back, WrestleRant to WrestleRant edition number 73. I am, of course, your host, Bleacher Report, Feature Columnist, Level 3, Graham GSM Matthews. Yes, you heard that correctly. Level 3 now, Bleacher Report, Feature Columnist, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting my work in recent years and all that great stuff, and hoping for much more success going forward. Now, to get forward to my Night of Champions prediction for this Sunday, looks like a great show on pay-per-view. So I'm really anticipating a great show, much better than last year. Hopefully, last year's event was lackluster in my opinion, so I hope this year's event blows that one out of the water. To kick off the show, we have a battle royal to determine the #1 contender for the United States Championship in the pre-show. Antonio Cesaro will face the winner of that battle royal for the United States Championship later that night. Now, obviously, this match is probably the most unpredictable match to predict on this Sunday's show. There's many possibilities. There's Big Show returning, who hasn't been seen on television in recent weeks. Same thing with Christian. Some people are saying that Christian's being left off television due to appearing at TNA Bound for Glory next month to induct Sting in the TNA Hall of Fame for the first time ever. So I believe that may be the reason, but I honestly don't think so. I think that he's probably just taking time off to heal a nagging ankle injury. I think that's my 2 cents on that. But Christian, I think, would be a great scenario to return and have him face Antonio Cesaro for the United States Championship later in the night. They had a great match. They had a great match a couple weeks ago on SmackDown, so I would love to see Christian go back to the United States title. Maybe not win it, but definitely contend for it. So yeah, Big Show, Christian, maybe Zack Ryder. That would be pretty awesome. A returning Ted DiBiase. Hopefully, God knows, Santino. That would be absolutely fucking shit if Santino won that thing after losing his rematch a couple weeks ago on Raw. That'd be so fucking meaningless, I would never watch another pre-show again. So hopefully we see Christian. I wouldn't mind for Big Show. At least he's better than Santino in my personal opinion. I hate Big Show too, but I think he's better than Santino. So yeah, Ted DiBiase, Ryder, Christian, all would be great choices. Hopefully we see one of those guys come to fruition. If not one of those guys, maybe Tyson Kidd, a fresh face at least, making for a good, electric, exciting match for the United States Championship later in the night. So for the Divas Championship, Layla will be defending against Caitlyn after Caitlyn won the Battle Royal to be the #1 contender for the championship a couple weeks ago on Raw. This looks to be a lackluster matchup. Layla can, of course, work, and Caitlyn has been improving the ring in recent months. But nonetheless, they really haven't built this feud around Layla and Caitlyn. They built it more about Eve, and I can't blame them for that. They really should have inserted Eve from the beginning. Maybe they will come on Sunday, and if they do make it a triple threat at the show or over the website or tonight on SmackDown, quite possibly, I would predict Eve to win the championship. If not, then I would expect Layla to win here. Caitlyn just isn't over enough by this point in time to become the Divas Champion. Maybe at some point in the future, I would possibly love to see her as Divas Champion. I am a huge fan of Caitlyn. She is gorgeous, and she has improving mic skills and in-ring skills, so I would love to see her as Divas Champion one day, just not now. So if it's just staying as a standard singles match, then Layla is my pick here. If not, if Eve gets added, then I'd have to go with Eve. Up next with the WWE Tag Team Championships. The WWE Tag Team title match at Night of Champions just got 10 times more exciting, with Kane and Debray replacing the team of the primetime players to contend the golden titles, or I should say bronze, actually. But nonetheless, my point stays intact. Debray and Kane will win the WWE Tag Team Championships here. As simple as that. Debray and Kane are probably the most two entertaining figures in WWE right now. They are on the rise in a feud, in a tag team, whatever it may be, hugging it out on Raw. These guys have been golden week in and week out and should be credited for their recent credentials by earning the WWE Tag Team Championships. These guys have earned a shot at the titles and earned a run with the titles as well. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth haven't done shit as champions since they won them back in April. So I'm really hoping they drop them here. I like the primetime players, but Kane and Debray are much more over, and they really need to win the WWE Tag Team Championships here. So that's my hope for the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Hopefully we see Team Friendship take home the titles. Up next, for the Intercontinental Championship, a match that was made on SmackDown this week, The Miz will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against Sin Cara, Rey Mysterio, and Cody Rhodes in a fatal four-way match. Extremely happy with this booking. They've kind of built the title picture around these four guys in recent weeks on Raw and SmackDown, so I'm glad to see that. Miz has been a decent champion in my opinion, besides the fact that he's lost every fucking match that he competes in that isn't for the championship. That's not Miz's fault. It's more creative for booking him like shit. Sin Cara, obviously, he's not going to be winning the championship here. He's not championship material anyway. Cody Rhodes would be a possibility, but I highly doubt it. I don't think he should be going back to IC title, level. I think he should stay in the upper mid card on SmackDown. He's not at that point yet, so hopefully soon. Rey Mysterio is another possibility. I highly doubt it, though. Rey Mysterio isn't appearing on Raw and SmackDown as much anymore, mostly because of the nagging injuries. He just recently got a concussion at SummerSlam, so this guy should not be Intercontinental Champion. Miz just won the title a mere less than 2 months ago, so he should definitely retain the title here, and I think he will. Going up next, we have the match between Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton, the rubber match after the rivalry in recent weeks. Randy Orton takes on the bleach blonde superstar Dolph Ziggler. Looks like an awesome, awesome match. Hoping for Dolph Ziggler to take home the victory here. I think it would make much more sense if the Money in the Bank briefcase was on the line. Highly doubt it at this point. I don't think they'll confirm it on SmackDown, or they'll confirm it on the website, or even at the show itself. But if it was, I think that'd be absolutely amazing and take home the credibility. It'd really put over the credibility of the briefcase and Ziggler himself. If not, regardless, I think that Ziggler will win here some way, some fashion, some form. He's been getting the better of him in recent weeks by Randy Orton. I have no reason. Randy Orton has no reason. I'm fucking botching my lines here tonight, and I apologize. Randy Orton has absolutely no reason to win the match here. Dolph Ziggler is a rising star on SmackDown, and if he wishes to one day become the World Heavyweight Champion, he needs to win over the Viper. Probably not clean. I think Dirty Tactics would be fine with me, much like he won on Raw a couple weeks ago. But still, Dolph Ziggler for the win here would be the best booking. If Dolph Ziggler cashes in Money in the Bank later in the night to win the World Heavyweight Championship, I would probably suspect him losing here. So if Orton goes over here, I won't be extremely pissed until the end of the night. But if he doesn't cash in, then I will be extremely pissed. But my ultimate pick, Dolph Ziggler takes home the victory here. Up next for the World's Heavyweight Championship, Sheamus versus Del Rio for the 15th fucking time. I don't even think it's the 15th, it's probably like the 100th. But still, we've seen this match so many times in the last 6 months. This feud has been going on since the day after WrestleMania 28. You know how long that is? These guys fought it over the limit, and they did a 4-way match. They fought on SmackDown a few times. They were supposed to fight a No Way Out, but Del Rio got injured. They fought at Money in the Bank. They fought at SummerSlam. God, fucking end this feud already. Jesus Christ. Don't get me wrong. The matches are good. But still, the ending result is always inevitable and predictable and logical. Sheamus retaining the title is the most predictable shit that we've seen in years from WWE. Don't get me wrong, again, Sheamus has been a good champion in my opinion. He's been a very strong champion, defending that title week in and week out on SmackDown and on pay-per-views. So I won't bash Sheamus or his ability as champion. It's just the booking of this feud. Christian at least won the World Heavyweight Championship at one point during his feud with Randy Orton and beat Randy Orton at one point last year, although it was in shitty fashion. At least he still won. Now, Alberto Del Rio in this feud hasn't won one fucking match against Sheamus, so why would he deserve yet another match? I know he defeated Randy Orton via clean tactics on SmackDown the night after, or the SmackDown after SummerSlam rather, but still, that doesn't change the fact that he's lost to Sheamus so many times that we don't want to see this match anymore. The only thing that would make this feud meaningful is if Del Rio went over here, and this is probably another unpredictable match. I'm going to have to go with Del Rio winning the championship here. Del Rio finally wins the World Heavyweight Championship. They set up a rematch for Hell in a Cell. Sheamus wins it back there. But still, I would love to see Del Rio win the victory here, or win the belt here. I'm not a huge fan of him, but he needs to win here. If he loses again, fuck it. This feud has been the biggest waste of time in forever. Moving on, the WWE Championship match between CM Punk and John Cena in Cena's hometown of Boston. Don't bash me, I know John Cena's actual hometown is West Newbury, Massachusetts, but WWE has a tendency to change hometowns on occasion. Nonetheless, this is probably the most anticipated match on the Night of Champions card. Been waiting for it since SummerSlam 2011 after their last epic battle. I know I'm not forgetting their Raw 1000 match either a couple weeks ago. That was great as well. So I'm looking for another chapter in the book of the feud between CM Punk and John Cena. It's been great thus far. Their promos on Raw this week were absolutely amazing and really drove home the fact that this is an important match, a big fight feel to it. CM Punk, the WWE Champion, as of Saturday for 300 days, something that hasn't been done since John Cena was champion from 2006 to 2007. So I really hope CM Punk breaks that record. I don't think he will. I think he will drop the title to John Cena at Hell in a Cell, which kind of gives away my prediction for this match. CM Punk will retain here via Dirty Tactics. Now, look at it this way. I know John Cena is no CM Punk in Chicago. By that, I mean that John Cena isn't heavily cheered in his hometown. Quite the opposite. Usually, he's almost always booed. But he usually gets mixed reactions on occasion, so I won't say that he's almost always booed when he goes to Boston. Nonetheless, if CM Punk was to beat the hometown hero here, he would garner much more heat, and especially if it was via dirty tactics, say with interference from Paul Heyman. So I would really think that they would put over CM Punk as a heel if he were to win here. So I think that's the ultimate decision here, to have CM Punk retain here, retain the WWE Championship, continue the feud, and going into Hell in a Cell, John Cena probably wins there, more than likely. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'm definitely looking forward to this match. Hopefully it gets a lot of time, much like their Money in the Bank and SummerSlam encounters, because this match could be absolutely amazing. No doubt it's main eventing the show. It's sad that CM Punk's first main event on a pay-per-view in 2012 could be the match that he's losing the WWE Championship. I hope not, because as I've said in previous videos, John Cena was on the verge of winning the WWE title Night of Champions. But after what I saw on Raw this week, and what I've been reading, and what I've been thinking about this match, and the upcoming pay-per-views such as Hell in a Cell, Survivor Series, TLC, whatever, I think that CM Punk will retain here in order to continue the feud, and John Cena wins at Hell in a Cell. So those are my predictions for Night of Champions this Sunday. I personally love the Night of Champions pay-per-view. It's been my favorite pay-per-view since I started watching wrestling in 2008. It's almost always a good show. Last year, it was a decent show, but there were a lot of booking decisions I didn't agree with. Mark Henry winning the world title last year was absolutely amazing, obviously. Probably one of the most epic events or moments in Night of Champions history. But nonetheless, it looks like a great show. Beforehand, probably, if you asked me a week ago, I probably wouldn't have been looking forward to it because a lot of the matches in the card weren't all that exciting. However, now that you asked me, I am really looking forward to it on Sunday. It looks like a great show. Hopefully it delivers. So also make sure to check out SAVE US GSM on pw247.net. We just recently did an interview with Vinny Marsalius on my radio show, SAVE US GSM, obviously, as I just said. I don't know why I just repeated that. But nonetheless, it was a great show. We did a lot of talking about Raw, No Surrender, Night of Champions, the interview, and much, much more. So go check that out in the archive section at SAVE US GSM on pw247.net. And as we move to Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern Time p.m. on pw247.net. So make sure to check that out. Actually, enjoy Night of Champions this Sunday and enjoy your weekend, guys. This is GSM signing out. Till next time, guys.